I'm Kelley Edwards, and this is going to be a strength-based flow class, or if you do yoga in a studio, power flow is what it could be categorized as. I recommend this video for anyone who has done yoga before, who is familiar with poses. There's going to be less like talking you through alignment and more just flowing and burning. So to get started, let's come into an easy seated position, whatever that means for you, whether that's crisscrossing the legs, you can extend the legs out in front of you, or even if you're feeling, good today, lotus pose if you want to. But wherever you're at, hands rest on the knees, palms facing up if you need a little bit more energy from the universe, palms down if you need more calm, okay? Then go ahead and close your eyes. Relax the shoulders down the back, root through the tailbone and reach up all the way through the heart and the crown of the head. For the first few breaths here, just natural breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, vice versa. Whatever the body sort of needs to bring oxygen. Now gently start to coax the breath in and out of the nose. Try to pull the breath from the pelvic floor. So as if your tailbone can extend down into the earth and sort of root out like a tree, and how the roots pull nutrients up and up through the trunk of the tree and into the leaves. Imagine the breath doing that for you as well. Pulling up from the earth through the tailbone, up through the spine, and then extends out into all of your limbs and your heart and the crown of your head. So really like a full body breath. It's not just your lungs and diaphragm that you're using to breathe, but the whole of your body. Let's take just a few more breaths here. And just gently crack the eyes open, just to let a little bit of daylight in through the eyes. When it feels comfortable, blinking the eyes all the way open. And let's go ahead and roll over our legs and come into hands and knees. So knees are underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Root your hands down. Lift the fingers up so that you feel the four corners of the hand start to press into the earth, and then claw the earth. So don't bring your hand down flat, but as if you're trying to like palm a basketball. Grip into the earth. Now from here on your inhale, melt the heart and the belly towards the earth, keeping the core engaged. Shoulders push down the back. Bottom lengthens out as the heart pulls forward, gaze forward. Cow pose. Exhale, push into the earth, pull the belly button back towards the spine, round through the upper back cat. Look towards the belly button. Again, inhaling cow. And exhaling cat. Two more. Inhale cow. And exhale cat. Inhaling cow pose. Again, nice and heavy in the heart. Core still engaged. And exhale, round through cat. This time really push down through the hands, round through the upper back, pull the belly button towards the spine. Gaze at the belly button, hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Reach the arms forward towards the corners of your mat. Keep the bottom lifted up, and as if someone has like a rope wrapped around your pelvis and is pulling you up to the ceiling, keep the hips lifting high as you slowly start to drop. Chin just towards the earth for puppy pose. So bottom is lifted. If you need to walk your knees back a little bit, that's fine. Stay active in the hands. Again, lift the fingers, push the four corners of the hand into the earth, and then slowly grip the fingertips. And then here, just feel everything. So maybe the shoulders will start to fire up, burn a little bit, that's fine, just breathe into it. Now to come up, push into the hands, lift the elbows and sort of round through the back until the shoulders feel light and loose, and walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. On your next exhale, tuck the toes if they aren't already, and push the hands forward and down. Lift into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to find your alignment. If you need to wiggle the hips or bend the knees, whatever feels good, listen to the body and express what it wants. 2 more breaths. Now root down through the left foot, flex the right toes towards the right knee, and then as if you're plugging the hip bone into the socket, just pull the right foot up just an inch or 2, however high you can go, right above where you would have placed it on the earth for your down dog. Start to feel the outer hip fire up. 1 more breath. And slowly release the right foot down to the earth. Take an inhale, round forward through to high plank. Exhale when you get to plank pose. Belly button pulling towards the spine, pelvis tucked under, heart pulling forward. Push into the balls of the feet to pull the shoulders a little bit forward of the wrists, and exhale, slowly lower, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, spider the fingertips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop, shoulders back, heart pushes forward, gaze ahead. Next exhale, slowly release down. Hands plant besides the rib cage. Bend the knees, start to pull your hips back, child's pose. Inhale, round forward. Think cat as you round. Tuck the toes, lift the knees as the pelvis drops. Slight bend in the elbows, shoulders pull together. And then lifting the hips up and back, wave through the body, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here, pedal out the knees, wiggle whatever needs to happen to release that work. Root into the right foot, flex the left toes towards the knee, plug the hip into the socket, feel the burn, fire up the hip. Left foot lifting, hovering just an inch or 2, however high you can get above the earth. Slowly place the left foot down. Next inhale, round forward through to high plank. Exhale, pulls you a little bit forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Release down. Untuck the toes, spider the fingertips. Next inhale, lifting the heart up. Exhale, drop the shoulders, spring the heart forward, gaze ahead. Another inhale. Exhale, folds you down. Hands besides the ribs. Knees bend, slowly pull the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. Inhale, rounds you forward. Again, thinking cat, suck the belly in. Lift the knees, drop the pelvis. Inhale here, up dog. Exhale, waves you back. down dog. And a couple of breaths here. Reaffirm the connection of your hands, so lift the fingers, four corners of the palm, root down, and then claw at the mat. Now lift, plug that right hip into the socket, hover the right foot, and then step it forward, just like a foot. Push down into the right foot to lift the left foot, plug the hip into the socket, hover the foot, and then step it a foot above the right. As you start to get more forward, continue this walking. As you get more forward, press more weight down into your hands, clawing at the mat, transferring more weight to the hands as you get closer. Maybe you've got another step. If you're close to the wrist, tap the right foot to the wrist 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, press down into the right foot, press down into the hands, lift the left foot, tap the left wrist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot comes down. Inhale, flat back, look forward. And exhale to fold. Hang out in your forward fold here. Slight bend in the knees, totally fine if the hamstrings feel really tight. Relax the head and the neck, looking directly behind you. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, halfway lift. Press down into the left foot, lift, plug the right hip into the socket, hover the right foot. Maybe plant your hands, tap right wrist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop up onto fingertips, inhale, look ahead. Stretch the right leg back. Exhale, slowly bend the left knee. Right foot drops to the back of the mat. Right knee comes down. Feet pull towards one another to square off the hips. Inhale to rise, low lunge. Exhale, shoulders drop down towards the hips. Hips towards the front of the mat. Left knee bends a little bit deeper. Inhale, use the core to neutralize the spine. Exhale, fingertips down, framing the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, pull the heart forward, take an inhale. Exhale, hips pull back as you straighten the left leg. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, heart and bottom pull away towards one another. And then exhale, use that length and fold over the left leg. Keep the left hip spiraling and sort of tucking under, pulling away from the left pinky toe. And that will help you to fire up the piriformis a little bit more. So you're not kind of on an angle here, but hips are squaring towards the top of the mat. Now either grab some blocks or pop your fingertips up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, flex the left toes towards the knee. Take another inhale. Exhale, push down, round through the spine, lift the left foot up, hold. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Bend into the left knee, inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, pull the hips back, straighten through the left leg and fold. 2 breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Round through the upper back, think cat. Flex the left toes towards the knee. Take another inhale. Exhale, lift the left heel or think about it and slowly pull it back. Down dog, flatten the hands, realign however you need to. Next inhale, round forward through to high plank. On your exhale, push a little bit more forward on the balls of your feet, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, slowly lower chaturanga. Release down. Spider fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heart springs forward, shoulders drop. Nice deep inhale. Exhale to drop. Hands plants. Push yourself back. Child's pose. Next, inhale. Round forward. Think cat. Toes tucked. Lift the knees. Drop the pelvis. Up dog. Take an inhale. Exhale. Pull it back. Downward facing dog. Root down through the right foot. Plug the left hip into the socket. Hover the left foot. Step it forward just a bit. Push down into the left foot. Plug the right hip into the socket. Hover the foot. And step it forward. Again, keep walking this way until the feet come close to the hands, transferring more weight into the hands. Once you get close, left foot taps left wrist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Right foot lifts and taps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hang out in your forward fold. Fingertips to the earth, or maybe you cross and grab opposite elbows, or interlace the hands behind the back to get an additional shoulder stretch here. 3 breaths. Fingertips back to the earth. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, push down through the right foot. Lift the left foot up to hover. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Left leg extends back. And exhale, slowly bend the right knee. Drop the left foot to the back of the mat. Left knee slowly down. Inhale, pull the feet towards one another. Rise, low lunge. Exhale, shoulders drop, hips drop, heart drops. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fingertips down, framing the right foot. Again, blocks if you need to. Left toes tucked under. Lift the left knee, inhaling, pull the heart and the bottom away towards one another. And exhale, hips move towards the back of the mat, straightening the right leg, and fold. Again, inhaling, lengthen, heart and booty away. Exhale, fold. Keep the right hip tucked under, squaring the hips towards the top of the mat. 2 more breaths. Now, spider fingertips, hands on blocks, flat hands, whatever you can do. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push down, round through the spine, flex the right toes towards the right knee. Belly button pulls towards the spine. Take another inhale. Exhale, lift the right foot. 3, 2, 1. Drop the right foot down. Inhale, bend the right knee, pull the heart forward. Exhale, hips pull back, straighten the right leg, and fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, flex the toes. Lift the right heel, slowly step it back. Downward facing dog. Realign as you need to. Couple breath here. Allowing the body, allowing the mind to just digest and process. Next inhale, rounding through to high plank. Exhale pushes you forward a little bit more. Take another inhale. And exhale, lower chaturanga. Release down. Inhale, normal cobra pose. Exhale takes you back, child's pose. Inhale, round forward. Hands and knees. Exhale, knees lift, pelvis drops. Up dog. Another inhale here. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Come down to your knees, untuck the toes, and if it's comfortable, sit back on the heels. Now, we've done a lot on the wrists and hands, a lot of activation to help with that transferring of weight, helps with the core plugging into the, the leg plugging into the hip socket. So, if you're not used to doing stuff like that, the wrists and the hands might be feeling a little bit sore right now. So let's take some time, just kind of shake them out. You can go crazy above the head if you want to. Party it out with your hands. And then grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand and squeeze. And then here, you're going to pump and make fists with the right hand until you feel some fatigue happen in the forearm muscle. So keep going, really pump hard and fast. And once that forearm, it's kind of like a crampy feeling that you get once you hit that. Oh yeah. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then switch. Grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand, squeeze, and then as hard and fast as you can, pump the fist in and out, in and out, in and out. Fatigue the forearm muscle. Almost there. Oh, and when you get there, shake it out. And shake both hands. And then come up onto your knees again. Hands and knees, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then keep the palms down, but turn the fingertips towards the knee. And again, if you're very tight here, you might only be able to do one arm at a time. Otherwise, flip both hands back. And then slowly, keeping the palms as if they're gorilla glued to the earth, start to drop the hips back towards the heels. And feel a really sweet stretch through the forearm muscles and the wrists. Two more breaths. Go as far as the breath remains constant and easy, where it's like just on the cusp of challenging. Go ahead and push forward. And then nice and easy, shake the hands out one at a time. This time, palms are going to turn up. Fingers, again, point towards the back of, the back of the mat. So before we had our palms down and fingers turned back, now the palm is up and fingers back. So you're really just kind of like breaking the wrist and then putting this part of the hand on the ground. Okay, so again, one hand at a time or both. Oh, this already feels so good. You can stay wrists under the shoulders if that's enough. Otherwise, slowly, slowly, slowly start to drop hips towards the heels. Again, the back of the hand isn't coming off the ground and you're not bending the elbows. So it's not about the hips going to the heels. It's about the stretch that you're feeling in the wrists. Couple more breath here. And nice and easy, push forward a little bit, as gently as you can, release the hands. Sit back on the heels, bring the palms of the hands together in prayer pose, elbows wide, and just drop the third eye to the thumbs. And allow that decompression that you felt or might still be feeling in the wrists and the hands and the forearms just sort of melt away. And go ahead and come on up. Interlace the hands and make a little fist, and then just do some rolls with the hands and the wrist here. Okay, go ahead and shake out, release. So hopefully the wrists are feeling a little bit more open, a little less stressed out. These exercises are not to say that immediately they're going to make the wrists stronger and feel better, but over time, as much as you're strengthening, like what we were doing with walking forward, that's strengthening in the hands and the wrists, you want to release too. so that the times that you are strengthening, it sort of processes better in the muscles. If you're stretching, you know, in between like we are now, or at the end of your practice, beginning, whatever, just make sure as much as you're strengthening, you're stretching too. Okay, so let's come back up into down dog. Speaking of strengthening, let's get back to it. On your next inhale, root down through the left foot, plug the right hip into the socket, hover the right foot. Then on your inhale, sweep the leg up and back, keep the hips square, pinky toe points down, and then exhale, round forward, claw at the mat, pull the right knee into the heart. Inhale, take it back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, pull it forward. This time, right knee goes to the left tricep. Drop the left heel. Come onto the right hand, the outside edge of the left foot. Hook the right foot around the left knee. Stay here, or bend into the left knee. Push down into the right hand to reach the left arm up. Stay here, or lift up through the left hip. Start to straighten the left knee. Right leg extends out to the side, parallel to the earth, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bend the right knee, left hand comes down, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot now. Bend the left knee, plant the left big toe. Right knee reaches up, right arm reaches up. Extend through the left hand and the left foot. Right arm reaches overhead, plug the right arm into the socket, extend right leg up. Look towards the top of the mat. Slowly bring the right foot towards the left hand. Oh yeah. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches up. Spin through the inner thighs, reach up with the right hand and back a little. Right hand comes down towards the inside of the right foot, and then move the right foot out towards the right side of the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, claw at the mat. Round through the upper back, lift high onto the ball of the left foot, pull right foot up towards the bottom. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. Realign. Few breaths to digest. Root down through the right foot, lift the left foot, hover. Inhale to extend back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, pull left knee into the heart. Inhale back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to the right tricep. Spin the right heel down, hook the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Bend the right knee deeply so that the foot plants. Stay here, right hand on the ground. Or slowly push into the left hand, right arm reaches up. Stay here. Or push the left hand and the right foot away from one another, right hip up, extending, straightening the right leg, or left leg extends. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes down, bend the left knee, revolve onto the outer edge of the right foot. Again, bend the knee to plant the foot, left knee high, left arm high. Left arm reaches overhead. Straighten the left leg. Look towards the top of the mat. Slowly bring the left foot towards the right hand. Right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up. And back. Left hand comes down. inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot out towards the left side of the mat. Reposition the hands so that they're under the wrists. Claw through the mat, lift through the upper back, and left foot comes up towards the bottom. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale through, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, take it back. Child's pose. Now, as sort of meltily, if that's a word, as meltily as you can, roll forward and roll onto your back. I like that, meltily. Whew. So take the feet as wide. This is Bernard's favorite part when I lay on the ground. Take the feet as wide as the mat. You can cactus the arms. And then, just nice and easy, drop both knees over towards the right. Now push the back of the head down to lift up through the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then, as if you're like a Laffy Taffy, or like an airhead that like is being like pulled apart, pull the crown of your head and your left knee away from one another. So it's like a little subtle drop in the left knee. Reach through the crown of the head. And then slowly bring your shoulder blades and rib cage, heart, and sort of low back. Drop it heavy towards the earth. So it's a little like minuscule type of a movement, but if you want to watch, shoulder blades together, drop through my left knee, reach through the crown of my head, and then slowly drop shoulders, heart, rib, and left hip. And that action there, that elongation, hopefully you start to feel a little bit more of a pull through that left quad muscle. And then the head can either drop towards the left, so you have a little bit of a spinal twist through the neck, or you can stay looking straight up. Wherever you're at, just close your eyes. Deep breath in and out through the nose. And bring the knees back up to center. Realign your back. So I like to push my feet down, lift my low back off the ground, and sort of tuck my pelvis under, and then roll my spine back down. Just to reset for the second side. Feet are still as wide as the mat. Slowly drop knees over towards the left. And allow them to drop and sink as much as feels comfortable here. If this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, again, back of the head pushes down, lifting through the heart. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And then slowly drop through that right knee. Reach through the crown of the head. And then on your next exhale, shoulders down, ribs down, hip and knee push away from the top of the mat. Again, looking straight up, or drop your head to the right now. Return the gaze to center. Slowly pull the knees back up. Again, push down through the feet to lift the low back, tuck the pelvis under, and slowly roll down through the vertebrae. Bring the knees in towards the heart. Wrap the elbows around the shins. Just nice and easy. Rock from side to side if that feels good. And you can either stay in a really tight ball, trying to grab hold of opposite elbows, and this will broaden you through the shoulder blades. Or if you want to allow the knees, as if someone just dropped like a 5-pound weight in each kneecap, allow the knees to drop open, but grab hold of hands, and then just feel heavy and like a wider, sort of like crouched, happy baby. Crouching, happy baby, hidden tiger. The yoga movie. Written and directed by Kelley Edwards. Crouching, happy baby. What is that? Oh, feels good though, that's for sure. And then go ahead and bring the knees back together. Right hand grabs the outside of the left foot, left hand outside of the right. Pull the feet in towards the heart, and then knee to forehead. Take a deep breath down the spine. And then on your exhale, all meltily into Shavasana. Take up as much space as you'd like. And we're back to that full body breath. So imagine each inhale is like there's no limit to the body. Like your inhale stops because of the ribs, because of the skin. There's stuff that it's pushing into that's only allowing you to take this deep of an inhale. But imagine if those limits, if those boundaries weren't there. You would inhale and expand your whole body like a balloon and fill up the space of the room that you're in. And then when you exhale, you pull all that back into your physical form. Inhale, full body, expand through your limits and boundaries, fill up the whole of the room. And exhale, drop back into your physical form. Slowly start to wiggle through your fingers and toes. And you can make the movement a little more showy as it feels good to do so in your body. When you're ready, inhaling into elongation stretch. And exhale rolls you to your right side. Resting here, allowing everything to just sort of drop in. When you're ready, pushing yourself up to an easy seated pose. Eyes remain shut. Hands to the heart space center. Again, rooting into the earth through the spine, reaching the head up through the crown of the head. Bowing the head to seal in your practice today. And bring a promise up to your third eye. And bow deeply. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I feel sweaty and blissful, and that's the best way to be, right? Thanks, guys.